What's good, future millionaires? We back with another banger. I'm DecemberDeMarco, Fortune 500 marketer, here to share my insights to the market with y'all to hopefully help y'all become better informed investors. Salute to y'all for pulling up on the channel. Make sure you hit that thumbs up like button for the YouTube algorithm, and do not forget to subscribe, y'all. So take a look at this. Shout out to Lucy. She shared this article from the Crypto Basics saying Shiba Inu Shibarium sees growth in wallets, smart contracts, and transactions, but TVL plunges. I want y'all to give me y'all opinion on why the TVL is plunging. So we're going to take a look at this article and then come back to see what the comments on this post are saying. That way y'all are in tune with what some community members are feeling. And it might be, similar to how you're feeling. A lot of people are indifferent right now about Shibarium and whether or not, it's actually worth it to continue to wait for the Shibarium burns to take place, with it possibly being allegedly over a quadrillion transactions that need to take place. Now, me personally, I didn't start investing into Shiba Inu for Shibarium. I got into Shiba Inu because of the community and the potential I saw in that. So right now it feels like, yes, we need to support Shibarium, try to see how we can add value to it as a community. But at the same time, Shibarium is not the end all be all. Just like the team says, burns aren't the end all be all. Same thing with Shibarium for me. It's about us, the community, and us working together to continue to push the project. So I think we need to start coming up with community catalysts. But let's get into this article so we don't get too far off. But as Shiba Inu Shibarium records huge growth in smart contracts and interacting wallets, the network's TVL drowns heavily amid a plunge in SHIB price. Different aspects of Shiba Inu's Layer 2 blockchain Shibarium have been experiencing tremendous growth since the network's mainnet relaunched on August 28th. Fresh data from Shibarium Scan shows that the number of verified smart contracts and wallet addresses have grown rapidly ever since. Shibarium's verified smart contract hits all-time high. Per the data, the numbers of confirmed smart contracts on Shibarium has hit an all-time high of 428. Notably, there were only 55 verified smart contracts as of September 1st. So that is a good increase in contracts right there. It shows that more things are being built on it. I think right now, like we talked about in my last video, the infrastructure is being laid out. We've seen how now Nodes has over 7 million requests on their RPC node, meaning that people are interested in getting access to this blockchain connection. That's what the RPC node, it gives apps connection to the blockchain to be able to read and write information to the chain from whichever decentralized application you're using. So to see this number increase, it's a good sign. So a few days after Shibarium relaunched on the mainnet for public use, as Shibarium continued to record widespread adoption, the number of verified smart contracts also surged. It's worth noting that from September 14th through 17th, Shibarium added only 8 verified smart contracts. Interestingly, 19 verified contracts were added the following day, September 18th. At press time, the total count of Shibarium verified contracts stood at 428, representing a massive spike of 678%. Aside from verified smart contracts, Shibarium's total contracts have also spiked tremendously to an all-time high of 9,917. So this is the total amount of ones outside of those that are actually verified. Shibarium has over 36,000 wallets since daily launch. In an interesting development, the number of wallets that have interacted with the L2 blockchain has also been growing rapidly. At the time of writing this line, Shibarium has grown a whopping 1.2 million addresses, suggesting that the network has been adding over 36 new addresses daily since adding over 36,000 new addresses since its mainnet launch. For context, Shibarium launched on mainnet August 16th. Shibarium transactions approaches 3 million. Furthermore, the total transactions on Shibarium have also gained momentum since the L2 network was introduced. According to data from Shibarium Scan, the total transaction count currently stands at 2.94 million. Based on the data, it is evident that Shibarium is less than 51,000 transactions away from hitting that 3 million milestone. Shibarium TVL dips massively. Despite the tremendous growth in Shibarium's total wallet addresses, transactions, and smart contracts, the network's total value locked has decreased massively in the past days. Data provided by leading DeFi TVL aggregator DeFi Llama shows a massive plunge in the total value locked on Shibarium. Per the data, Shibarium's TVL, which stood at 1.47 million as of August 30th, has plummeted to a mere $603,000. Shibarium has 13 DeFi protocols, with DogSwap and MarsSwap contributing over 400K to the network's TVL. Meanwhile, several factors can be attributed to the plunge of Shibarium's TVL. The most notable factor is a significant dip in the SHIB price. As of August 30th, SHIB was changing hands of about 50828. The asset's price has dipped over 13.26% ever since, down to that 50735 level. So let me know, how do y'all feel about this? Now, let's go back to Lucy's post and read some of those comments that we got under there. So people are speaking their mind. I did go through these comments right here. I want to know, do y'all agree with these individuals or do y'all feel differently? So share your opinion in the comment section. Also, don't forget to get a video a like, keeping everybody, up to date with Shiba Inu. Also, just trying to provide a little motivation sometimes, because, we're bullish sheep overall, no matter what market conditions are. For the meantime, when the bull market comes, trust me, those who gave up on sheep, I believe, in my personal opinion, that, they'll regret that they did. So King Kong 1 Trill says, no burn, no burns, no Shibarium. 7 people like that. Let's see what 2 people said behind that. ShibaGear.NFT or Social D13 says, they think they can wait out the shibArmy, that eventually will forget about the mistrust. They think this is about burns. This is about principles and the community having a voice. Show us that you listen. All talk and we walk. So how do y'all feel about that? Let's see if it has another reply to this. Someone else says, how about burn Shibarium to the ground? Devs need to turn the ship around or sink it. I'm willing to go down with the ship. Now let's sink this mofo. So I'm not, on that train right there. I think we still have to give Shibarium time, but I do wish personally that, the team will respond more to the community's, things the community have been expressing lately. A lot of people talk about increasing the burn rate. I think this should possibly be a DAO proposal. This is what the DAO was created for. Shiba Inu is a community token. I see a lot of people, speaking about this, but, don't go off of what I'm saying. Let me know what y'all think. Belfer36OR says, having troubles connecting to Shibarium with my Trust wallet. Any suggestions? 68 comments right there. Let's see what people are saying. I had the same issues with my wallet, but I got it fixed when support off. So this is looking like a scam right there. So y'all be aware. Someone else says, in my opinion, almost 10 quadrillion transactions for SHIB to get the first burn is almost impossible. One other person liked that post right there. And that's what we talked about. I haven't seen the math myself, but I've seen it from a few, reliable sources that the amount of transactions required would be in the quadrillions. Now, that would be absolutely crazy if so, because I also seen somewhere that Ethereum is only around 1 trillion transactions since this chain was created. So if that's true, that's going to be wild, y'all. Just being honest. We got a long way to go to burn that 25,000 through Shibarium, if that is the case. Now, we have heard from the team that the more people use Shibarium, the transaction rate could increase. But, how much can it increase? Because it's significantly, low. I also seen things about, how efficient the chain is, that it's unlikely that the network will ever really get congested. So does it need congested level of adoption in order to increase that transaction rate, or is it just as more people use it, will that transaction rate increase? So, I don't know. We're just waiting until we get more information from the team. I would also like to see the team to put out some official numbers, just so we can have some clarity surrounding it. It's just what I'm thinking, So if that's the case, it takes quadrillions of transactions in order to burn 25,000. I'm not saying it is, because I haven't done the math. But, there's a amount of bone that needs to accumulate, which is 25,000 before the burn process can initiate. If that's the case, I would rather us come together. And if we need quadrillions of transactions, I would rather us come together as a community and figure out how we can burn $25,000 worth of Shiba Inu a lot faster than it would take Shibarium to be able to do so. And we might just have to, I don't want to say stop depending on the devs, because the dev team does serve their purpose, but we can't put everything on their backs. We have to, take on some of this, some of this workload too. So let's see. Michael Lobo says, but no burns that which were promised. Seems as if they're boycotting Shibarium. How do y'all feel about that? Do you think Shibarium is being boycotted, or do you think that the interest just isn't there because, people aren't interested in building on it as much? And there is some interest, because we've seen 7 million requests from now nodes, RPC. But what do y'all think the low amount of value in Shibarium is due to? Is it because of overall market conditions? And this is subjective. This is why, anybody could say it's for whatever reasons. No right or wrong answer. I'm just curious what do y'all think the reason could be. So, I think it could be a mix of all these things. But also, Black Passion says, while Shibarium doesn't call me Shib, Shiba won't go up. The worst thing is that we follow the same holding. We need new investors. Okay, so I mean, you do need new investors to come into a project in order for the price to continue to rise. And right now, there's a drop in liquidity in the overall financial markets. So that's the main thing that's at play right now. But Ray Smith says, hi, Lucy, I'm with you long term. I ask, what can our troops do to assist you in the dev team, along with all the wonderful projects being developed and adoptions happening? I plan on being here for at least 5 years. Shout out to Ray Smith, part of that 5-year gang. Shiba Co says, and that's an important question that he asks, if the team had things that they would specifically like to see the community do that, we could help with, all they got to do is say the word. There'll be a lot of people that want to help. And I know the team, their overall response right now is just use shibarium. That's the one thing that they want the community to do. But shibarium isn't, one, a lot of people don't understand how to use shibarium. A lot of people aren't in the developer, slash business owner, creator space to develop things like this. And the people that might be interested just don't have the skill set at the time to be able to do so. So what I think, as more infrastructure is laid on shibarium and things become easier for end users to create and build and, use, I think that's when we'll start to see the average retail investors get more active on shibarium. But right now, the railroad is being laid for shibarium essentially on the user side. So Albino Ong Villa shared, SHIB is our core. So let's see, circle this area. Deflationary nature along the perpetual nature of this system does not ensure its value will increase, but does ensure its circulation will decrease. SHIB is our flag, our beacon in the wind, in the wilderness, our guiding light since the genesis of this grand experiment. It is therefore fitting that it takes on a new yet critical role in our governance, acting as the voice of the community in many decisions. So he's basically circling that area, saying that the circulation will decrease, and he's basically saying he's not seeing that happen right now. Sheiko says, what happened to Marcy? What happened to Metaverse? And I was reading something earlier. Somebody said Marcy deleted her Twitter account, so we're going to have to check that out. That would be interesting. If y'all don't know who Marcy is, Marcy Jastro was lead of She Metaverse Initiative. They brought her on. And she was doing a good job from what I thought, so I'm late on any information about that. But Floki says, Lucy, we trust shibarium, but when will treat come? Imenito01 says, hello, Lucy. The TVL dropped because we need real project on shibarium like BAD, Pause On, NFAI. For a moment, all token on shibarium are like coin and maybe scam. I hope rapidly the real project starts. So there is people that are waiting to use shibarium. Like he just said, he's waiting for the projects that he can just use. He's not one of the ones that want to build on it. He's just ready to use something, be a part of something cool. So Tim May says, what is the easiest wallet to trade with shibarium? Sheepco says, why Marcy deleted her account? Shiba Gear says, all sizzle, no steak. You can tell they are trying to recruit members that are on board with funding their projects. Notice how Welly's mobile SHIB game, Metaverse, John Richmond design, shibarium, and Shiboshi have nothing to do with SHIB other than the use, name, and the logo. So right now we're seeing a group of the army, start to truly express, how they're feeling about, the lack of feeling heard. What's interesting to me is there's more people on this side leaving comments than there are, people that are actually excited right now. Now, obviously, y'all know I'm a long-term Shiba Inu investor, so I don't care what happens in the meantime. I'm just giving everybody a voice, sharing, what the community is actually saying. And I'm interested in knowing how y'all feel about it. Also, Justin Short says, yeah, because you guys lied about the burns. Who wants to lock in their coins when the devs lie? Howard Chicken says, that's not really surprising, is it? Several accounts here have published investigations on the transactions happening on shibarium and the wallets created. Too many bots. Patience. TVL will climb once everyone really uses the chain. Someone else says, alert coin or alert token says, embarrassment, give up. Rohan says, Floki better than Sheeb. So you see right now, a lot of people are, they talking down on Sheeb right now, just to be frank with it. People it looks like some portion of the community is losing hope. And I won't just say in SHIB, but the development team. But, you know, the good thing is the more people shake themselves off, the lighter the rocket becomes. And those that decide to hold on, it's easier for us to launch off. So let's see. So that's pretty much it. Okay, yeah, so that's all the community says from this post. Let me know what do y'all think about this. That's all we got. Check links in the description section of this video. Free stocks, free crypto, all that. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we are out.